Liam was a simple man living on a faraway colony planet called Iridia. The planet was not Earth, but humans had started living there to build a new home. The air was thin, the sky a soft blue, and the nights were quiet. Liam liked the calm life. He worked as a technician, fixing machines and helping the colony stay alive. His small apartment was his only comfort. It was plain but cozy, with a bed, a small table, and a window that looked out at the stars. One evening, after a long day of work, Liam came back tired. The colony's power grid had a problem, and he spent hours repairing it. When he finally sat on his bed, he was ready to rest. The room was silent except for the soft hum of the machines outside. Liam closed his eyes for a moment and let out a deep breath. Suddenly, he felt a change in the air. The temperature seemed to drop just a little. The soft hum faded away. Liam opened his eyes and looked around, confused. Nothing seemed wrong. Then, from the corner of his room, a soft light began to glow. It wasn't like the usual lights of the colony. This light was gentle but strong, like a star shining nearby. Before Liam could stand up or move, the light took shape. A tall figure appeared, sitting gracefully on his bed. Liam's heart jumped. The figure was an alien woman, but she was not like any alien he had seen in the colony. She was tall, maybe 6 feet, with skin that shimmered softly, almost like moonlight. Her eyes were large and deep, filled with calm power. Her hair flowed like waves of dark silk. On her head, a small crown of crystals sparkled. Liam stared in shock. The woman smiled kindly and said in a voice that was calm but firm, "You will sleep beside me tonight, human." Liam blinked. Was he dreaming? Was he awake? The alien queen's words echoed in his mind. He felt frozen. How could a queen just come and sit on his bed like she owned the place? And why did she say that he would sleep beside her? Who are you? Liam finally managed to say. His voice was shaky. "I am Soraya, Queen of the Zarian Empire," she said. "I have come because fate has chosen you." Liam's eyes grew wide. The Zarian Empire was one of the oldest alien civilizations in the galaxy. They were known for their power and wisdom, but they rarely visited human colonies. And why here? Why him? "I don't understand," Liam said. "Why me? Why my bed? Why now?" Soraya looked at him with gentle eyes. "The universe has its own plan. You and I are connected by something greater than you can see. Tonight, our bond begins." Liam swallowed hard. He wanted to say no, to tell her to leave, but the calm in her voice made him pause. There was no anger or threat in her words, only certainty. "Bond? What kind of bond?" Liam asked, trying to stand but feeling weak. "You will learn soon," Soraya said. "For now, rest. Tomorrow will bring answers." With that, she patted the bed beside her. Liam hesitated but then slowly sat down. His mind raced. Was this real? Was this a dream? But the room was real. The Queen was real. The night passed slowly. Liam felt strange but not afraid. When he looked at Soraya, she seemed peaceful, like she belonged here. He began to feel a calmness in himself, a quiet hope he had not known before. The next morning, Liam woke up first. Soraya was still there, sitting quietly by the window, looking out at the twin suns of Iridia rising. Her face was calm but thoughtful. "Why did you come here?" Liam asked, his voice soft. Soraya turned and smiled. "Because you have a gift, human. Something rare in the galaxy. Something that can change the future." Liam frowned. "A gift? Me, I'm just a technician, nothing special." "Your people are special," Soraya said. "Humans have a unique energy. It is the key to balance the forces that threaten many worlds." Liam felt confused but curious. What kind of forces? "Darkness moves across the stars," Soraya said quietly. "An enemy grows strong, ready to take control. To stop it, we need to unite, and the first step is a bond between me and you." Liam looked at her carefully. He did not understand everything, but he felt a strange trust growing. Soraya was not here to harm him. She was here to help, and maybe together they could make a difference. The day passed with many questions and few answers. Soraya shared stories of her people, their struggles and their hopes. Liam told her about humans and their dreams for a better future. As night came again, Liam prepared to rest, feeling a new sense of purpose. The alien queen sat on his bed once more and said, "Tonight, we begin a journey that will change us, both." Liam nodded quietly. He was ready to face whatever was coming, because sometimes even the most ordinary person could become part of something extraordinary. The next morning, Liam woke up feeling different. The sun's soft light spilled into his room, but his mind was heavy with thoughts. Soraya, the alien queen, was still there. She sat quietly on a chair near the window, watching the colony wake. Up outside, Liam rubbed his eyes and tried to clear his thoughts. The night before, Soraya had spoken about a bond between them, a bond that could save many worlds. But how? Liam was just a human, a simple technician with no special powers. Yet somehow he felt that what she said was true. Soraya looked at him with gentle eyes. "Liam, your people carry a rare energy. It flows deep inside you. It is unlike anything in the galaxy. This energy can balance the forces that threaten us." Liam shook his head slowly. "I don't understand. What kind of energy? And how can I help?" Soraya smiled softly. "It is not something you see or hold. It is in your heart, your will to survive and to protect. Humans have an inner strength that many others lack. That strength can stop the darkness that grows." Liam sat on his bed, thinking carefully. He remembered the stories he heard from the colony's elders, stories of humans surviving impossible odds, fighting for their homes, and never giving up hope. Maybe that was the energy Soraya meant. "Tell me more about this darkness," Liam said, his voice steady. Soraya nodded. "A cruel empire rises beyond our stars. They conquer and destroy without mercy. Their ships bring fear to every planet. Many have fallen. Your colony is next." Liam's heart raced. He had heard rumors about the enemy, shadowy beings with powerful weapons and no mercy. The thought that his home might be destroyed made him angry and scared. "We must stop them," Liam said, standing up. "But how? I am just one man." Soraya stood beside him, her presence strong and sure. "You are not alone. The bond we share will give you strength. Together we will face the coming storm." Suddenly Liam felt a warm light inside him. It spread through his chest, filling him with energy he had never known. His senses sharpened. He could feel the air move, hear the distant sounds of the colony, and even see small details in the room more clearly. "This is the bond," Soraya said. "It connects us. It will help you lead and fight." Liam looked at her, amazed. "I can feel it, but I don't know how to control it." "You will learn," Soraya said kindly. "Tonight, we will train. You must be ready." The day passed slowly. Liam helped the colony prepare for the worst. He spoke to leaders, shared what Soraya told him, and worked to strengthen defenses. Some people were afraid, others skeptical. But when Soraya appeared in the colony's council, her royal presence and calm voice gave hope. Liam noticed something strange. People listened to him more than before. His words carried weight, and his confidence grew. The bond with Soraya was not just giving him power, it was changing how others saw him. When night fell, Soraya led Liam to a quiet place outside the colony, a training ground surrounded by tall trees that glowed softly in the dark. The stars above sparkled like diamonds. "Here," Soraya said, "you will learn to use the bond. It will help you protect those you care about." Liam nodded and focused. He closed his eyes and tried to feel the energy inside him. At first, nothing happened. Then, slowly, he felt a gentle pulse. His hands began to glow faintly with a soft light. "Good," Soraya said. "Now, try to move things with your mind." Liam opened his eyes and looked at a small rock on the ground. He reached out his hand and willed the rock to rise. It trembled, then lifted a few inches. A smile spread across Liam's face. "I did it," Soraya nodded approvingly. "This is only the beginning. Your strength will grow with practice." For hours they trained. Liam learned to move objects, sense danger, and even heal small wounds. Each time the bond between him and Soraya grew stronger. Liam felt that they were no longer just two beings from different worlds. They were partners, connected by something greater. After training, they sat together under the stars. Liam looked at Soraya and asked, "Why did you choose me? Why not someone else?" Soraya's eyes softened. "Because you believe in hope, Liam. You have a heart that will not break under pressure. That is rare." Liam smiled, feeling proud, but humble. "I never thought I was special, but maybe with you beside me I can be." Soraya reached out and placed her hand gently on his. "Together we are stronger than any enemy." As the night deepened, Liam felt calm for the first time in days. The bond was real. The prophecy was true, and he was ready to face the challenges ahead. The future was uncertain, but Liam knew one thing: he would not face it alone. The news came early the next day. An alert flashed across the colony's screens. The enemy fleet was moving closer to Iridia. Panic spread quickly through the small community. People hurried to prepare defenses, but many were scared. They had heard the stories, how the Dark Empire destroyed planets and left nothing behind. Liam stood in the colony's main hall, facing the council and the leaders. Soraya was beside him, calm and regal as always. Together, they needed to find a way to protect their home. "We cannot face them alone," Liam said, his voice clear and strong. "But we have something they don't expect. A bond between human and alien. A bond of strength and hope." Some council members looked doubtful, but Soraya's presence commanded respect. She spoke with a steady voice. "The enemy fears unity. If we stand together, we can turn the tide." Liam felt the energy inside him pulse again. The bond with Soraya made him stronger and more confident. He began to see solutions clearly. Using his knowledge as a technician, he suggested new ways to improve the colony's defenses, better shields, faster communication, and traps for enemy ships. Soraya added her wisdom. She explained the enemy's tactics, showing the council where their weaknesses lay. She taught them how to use the environment to their advantage: the thick forests, the rocky cliffs, the storms that could hide their ships. Together, Liam and Soraya worked to unite the humans and the few alien allies living on Iridia. It was not easy. Some were still afraid, and old mistrust between species made cooperation difficult. But Liam's determination and Soraya's grace slowly brought people together. In the days that followed, Liam found himself leading patrols and organizing defenses. The bond with Soraya gave him new senses. He could feel danger before it came and think faster under pressure. One evening, as the twin suns set, Liam stood beside Soraya watching the horizon. Far away, tiny lights blinked. The enemy fleet was close. "Are you ready?" Soraya asked softly. Liam nodded. "I am, but I need to know more about you, Soraya, about your people. How do you fight? What makes you strong?" Soraya smiled. "Our strength comes from honor and loyalty. We fight not for power, but to protect those we love. Our warriors train for years to master both mind and body." Liam thought about his own people. Humans had no great warriors like hers, but their strength was in their heart and will. "Maybe that is why we work well together." Soraya took his hand. "Yes, our bond is more than power. It is trust." Suddenly, a loud alarm rang through the colony. The enemy had arrived. The colony's lights flickered as ships appeared in the sky. Dark and large, they blocked out the stars. Liam felt a rush of fear, but also a surge of courage. The bond with Soraya gave him strength he never knew. He ran to the command center. Soraya was already there, directing the defense. "Liam, use your new power to guide the fighters," she said. "Your bond lets you see their moves before they strike." Liam focused. He closed his eyes for a moment and felt the bond's energy flow. Suddenly, he could sense the enemy ship's paths and warn his people in time. The battle began. Explosions lit the sky. The colony's defenders fought bravely, using every weapon and trick they had. Liam and Soraya moved through the chaos, coordinating attacks and healing the wounded. At one point, a heavy enemy ship aimed directly at the colony's main power station. If it hit, the whole colony would lose energy and fall. Liam saw the danger through the bond's senses. He shouted orders to the fighters and then reached out with his mind to push the enemy ship away. The power of the bond was strong. The ship shook and changed course, missing its target by inches. Soraya smiled. "Well done, Liam. You are becoming a true leader." Liam felt proud, but knew the battle was far from over. As the fight continued, Liam and Soraya grew closer. They fought, side by side, their bond stronger with every moment. The people watching saw not just a human and an alien queen, but a team united by hope. Finally, after hours of struggle, the enemy fleet began to retreat. Their ships fled into the darkness of space. The colony was safe. For now. Liam stood with Soraya, looking at the stars. The bond between them had saved lives and given the colony a chance to survive. "Thank you," Soraya said softly. "You have shown that humans are more than what others believe." Liam smiled. "And you have shown me that hope can come from the most unexpected places." The battle had tested them both, but it had also brought them together. They knew the war was not over, but with their bond, they would face whatever came next. The days after the battle were quiet but tense. The colony worked hard to repair damage and care for the injured. Everyone knew the enemy could return at any time. Liam and Soraya stayed close, their bond growing stronger with every passing hour. One morning. As the twin suns rose over the hills, Liam woke feeling a strange energy inside him. It was different from before, stronger and clearer. He looked at Soraya, who was already awake, sitting calmly by the window. "Something is happening," Liam said quietly. Soraya nodded. "The bond is changing. It responds to the danger that surrounds us." Liam stood up and stretched, feeling new strength in his body. He could sense the colony's heartbeat, the hum of machines, the footsteps of workers, the soft whispers of children playing. It was as if the bond gave him a new way to feel the world. Suddenly, an alarm sounded. A scout ship reported enemy forces moving closer again, larger and more prepared this time. Liam's heart beat faster. He knew this battle would be harder. Soraya placed her hand on his shoulder. "Remember, Liam, the battle is not only outside but also inside. Fear and doubt can weaken us." Liam took a deep breath. "I will not let fear control me." Together, they gathered the colony's leaders and fighters. Liam's calm voice and Soraya's royal presence gave hope to everyone. "We have learned much from the last fight," Liam said. "We will use our knowledge and the bond's strength to protect our home." The fighters prepared, checking weapons and shields. Soraya led training sessions, sharing her people's combat skills, while Liam taught new tactics and ways to use his growing powers. As the enemy fleet approached, Liam felt the bond's energy rise inside him. His senses sharpened. He could see the smallest movements in the sky and hear the faintest sounds on the ground. When the enemy ships arrived, the battle began fiercely. This time, the enemy was more organized, their ships faster and weapons stronger. Liam and Soraya fought side by side. She used her power to shield the fighters, while Liam pushed himself to use his bond energy to control the battlefield. At one moment, Liam spotted a group of enemy soldiers trying to sneak around the colony's defenses. Using the bond, he warned the guards and helped stop the attack before it could start. Soraya watched Liam with pride. "You are growing into a great leader and warrior." The fight lasted for hours. Liam felt his body grow tired, but the bond gave him strength. Soraya stayed close, healing the wounded and encouraging the fighters. In the middle of the battle, a large enemy ship broke through the outer defenses and headed toward the colony's center. Liam knew the ship could cause great destruction. He, focused his energy, and reached out with the bond to stop it. The ship shook violently, trying to resist Liam's power. But the bond between him and Soraya was too strong. With a great effort, Liam pushed the enemy ship back, sending it crashing into the nearby hills. The fighters cheered. The enemy was retreating again. After the battle, Liam and Soraya stood together looking at the stars. They were tired but hopeful. "Every battle tests us," Soraya said softly. "But with our bond, we can overcome anything." Liam smiled. "I never believed I could do this, but with you beside me, I am not afraid." The people of the colony looked up to them as symbols of courage and unity. Humans and aliens worked together, ready to face the future. As night fell, Liam sat by the window thinking about the battles ahead. The bond was more than a gift. It was a promise that together they could protect their home and bring peace to the galaxy. The days after the last battle were filled with both relief and hard work. The colony repaired the damage and healed the wounded. The people of Aridia looked to Liam and Soraya with hope and respect. The bond between the human and the alien queen had saved them from destruction. Now it was time to think about the future. Liam sat outside his apartment, watching the stars twinkle in the clear night sky. Soraya stood beside him, her eyes reflecting the light of the twin moons. The bond between them felt stronger than ever. It was not just power or magic. It was friendship, trust, and a shared goal. "We have won a great battle," Soraya said softly, "but the war is not over. The Dark Empire will not stop until they control the galaxy." Liam nodded. "Then we must be ready, not just to fight, but to unite, humans and aliens together. We can build a future where no one lives in fear." Soraya smiled, proud of the humans' courage. "Your people have a strength that goes beyond weapons. Your hope, your will to survive. That is what makes you special." Over the next weeks, Liam and Soraya worked to strengthen the bonds between all the species living on Aridia. They held meetings and celebrations where humans and aliens shared stories, food, and music. Old fears began to fade, replaced by respect and friendship. One day, as they walked through the colony's growing gardens, Liam asked Soraya, "What happens to us now? Will the bond last forever?" Soraya looked at him thoughtfully. "The bond will grow as long as we protect it. It connects our hearts and minds. Together, we are stronger than any enemy." Liam smiled, feeling hope in his chest. He had never imagined his life would change so much. From a simple technician, he had become a leader, a protector, and a friend to an alien queen. Then, one evening, a message arrived from the nearby planets. They had heard of the victory at Aridia and wanted to join forces. The galaxy was beginning to see that unity was the true power. Liam and Soraya stood before a gathering of leaders from many worlds. Together, they pledged to protect peace and freedom. The bond between human and alien was a symbol of what was possible. As the stars shone brightly overhead, Liam felt a deep sense of peace. The future was uncertain, but he was no longer afraid. Because with Soraya beside him, and with the strength of many worlds united, he knew they could face whatever challenges lay ahead. The alien queen had come to his bed that first night with a simple command. Now they shared a destiny that would change the galaxy forever, and so their story was just beginning.